me in a way. Like I feel like they really like me, and I kind of feel half Spanish with them. I would even say that some games we play even better on stage than in scrims, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah. I know we need to improve a lot of things still, but I'm really looking forward to it, and I know we'll achieve like great things with this team.
Hey guys, this is Pedro, and I'm back with a brand new interview again, reporting on the first week of the LEC 2024 Winter Split. I have here with me Fresskowy, the mid laner for MAD Lions KOI, who just came off of a resounding victory over Karmine Corp at the end of week one, thus finishing 2-1 for the season so far. And so, thank you so much once again for taking the time and doing this interview, Fresskowy. I really appreciate it. I just want to capture your thoughts as to coming off of such a an anticipated match against Carmine Corp with all of the rivalry between France and Spain and stuff like that. So, how did you take in this whole scene?
I mean, it was like super nice experience for sure. Like the crowd was amazing. Like we were perma hearing the fans, so like the atmosphere around the game was like really really special. Of course, for us also it was like really personal because we lost to them in EMEA Masters, obviously 3-2 in the final. So we really wanted to take our revenge here. So like we're really really like hungry and motivated and like angry and everything. Like so many emotions today to just beat them and smash them. And fortunately, like we won them. I wouldn't say we did our best League of Legends, but we played better. So I'm really happy that we won in the end because, like as I said before, the rivalry here is like super important for both countries, right? Also for us, it's personal. So I'm really happy that we won in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, and given the fact that you've been playing in Spain for quite a long time for your career, did it also did that also give you extra motivation in taking down Carmine Core with the whole things that we just described?
Yeah, for sure. Like I've been playing in Spain for 3 years. So and now like even though I'm in LEC, like I'm still around all the like Spanish community and stuff. So of course I feel like part of them. So I feel like representing their community too. Also they like kind of adopted me in a way. Like I feel like they really like me, and I kind of feel half Spanish with them. So I really appreciate that, and of course like I feel part of it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course this week or that match capped off quite a good week for you, in which the team finished 2-1 for the first week. And so I just want to know, like, how did you view your overall performance in this first week, given that it's your debut showing in the LEC stage?
Mhm. I mean, for sure, I have high expectations of myself. I don't come into LEC without expectations that I'm a rookie and like I will see how it goes. I expect a lot from myself. The first game I was happy about, the LeBlanc game. Yesterday I didn't play the best. I was really disappointed with myself, and today was kind of in the middle. I think some parts I did well, some fights, but in the lane I didn't do the best, and some fights I didn't play the best either. So I know there's still a lot of to improve for sure. My goal is to become like by far the best mid laner in Europe. So I know I have still a lot of work to do, but I know I'm able to do it, and I know I will achieve it in the future. It's just a matter of time. So I'm happy. I think it was a decent debut, not the best one, but I'm happy, yeah, for the first week. Also, we managed to go 2-1, and my team played really good today, so I'm really happy about the team, yeah.
What do you feel was the most difficult thing that you guys had to go through within those first three matches of the season?
I mean, I would say I was mostly looking forward to see how we play on stage because I was not sure how it feels in LEC. Like, of course, last year we played a lot of offline like tournaments, like we played a lot of finals in like in front of big crowds. But still, LEC is LEC, right? There's more people watching and stuff. So I was like really curious how we do in stage. But actually, we are not like nervous, choking on anything. So I'm really happy. Like I would even say that some games we play even better on stage than in scrims. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and looking into to your career, of course, with in looking at the Mad Lions core lineup, you've already been teammates with Alvaro and Supa for quite a few years, even before this 2024 started. And so, that said, in doing so, you start playing with Elyoya and can't really say his name, Myrwn. And so I
Yeah.
also been trying to play with the top laner and new jungler. for this year? And also on top of that, what kind of things have you been learning from a player such as Elyoya, given that he's a veteran of in the LEC at this point in time with a few tournament with a few title wins under his belt?
And for sure, it feels nice to play alongside them. Of course, I know I can learn a lot from Elyoya because he's really experienced. Like I think it's his fourth LEC year now, so I know I can learn a lot of leadership skills or like just the experience that he has. I know I can learn a lot from him, so that I'm really looking forward to because still I didn't get to learn that much because it has been only like 2 weeks that we are playing together. Of course, we did bootcamp as well before, but it was more like testing things or whatever. So I need more time to catch up things from him, but I'm really looking forward to it for sure. And with Myrwn, like I'm really happy as well because he's a similar guy to me in terms of champion pool. He doesn't really have limits. He plays a lot of like champions and everything. So for me, it's like super fun because I like to do it as well. So it gives us a lot of advantage in the draft actually because we can flex so many things. We are really open-minded to some things. So it's really fun to play with him because he's super similar and yeah, it just gives us a lot of advantage. So yeah.
Yeah, and what do you feel? I mean, of course, you had your own expectations before starting off to compete in the LEC. So, but what are some of the adjustments that you made specifically as you started competing, you started getting that experience, and specifically in the first week? You know, what kind of adjustments did you made as the week transpired?
I mean, for sure, we have a lot of high hopes and goals for this team. Like, we want to win LEC for sure. In the future, with this team, we want to win Worlds, and we truly believe we can do it. I do believe we have the most talented roster, and everyone is capable of achieving great things with this team. I know we need to put a lot of work, but we have really great coaching staff that I fully trust. Like, I've been with Melzet for 4 years now, our head coach. Super as well. So I know what these guys are capable of, what are their goals, and we have similar ambitions. So I know we need to improve a lot of things still, but I'm really looking forward to it, and I know we'll achieve like great things with this team.
Yeah, and taking the focus now on to you specifically and away from the team. Of course, you know, in taking on Heretics and SK and also Casey, you've been able to take on quite a few veterans in their own right. You know, of course, Perkz and Nisqy, and then also SAKEN. Quite an impressive trio of opponents and slash mid laners in their own right. And so, what was it like what was it like taking on against those kinds of players? And what kind of difference did you see in facing off against them?
I mean, for sure, people play more aggressive in LEC, I would say, in general. Of course, they are better in general, like in terms of macro or mechanics or whatever, laning phase. But I wouldn't say the gap is that big between ERLs and LEC. Like some of the mid laners, I think they could be competing in LEC from ERLs. So I didn't. I mean, I would say some games or like some scrims, I even expect people to be better. To be honest, I don't think the level in LEC right now is that high. Of course, they are still better than most of the players in ERLs or whatever, but it's not like I feel like the gap is super big or is super hard to play against them. So I don't think the level is that high, to be honest.
Yeah, and now that said, we're now going to be looking over to week two, and it is there where you guys are going to be taking on against G2, Rogue, and BDS. Quite a different set of difficult opponents, but still, what are your thoughts on taking on against, you know, people such as Caps and Larson, you know, ahead for next week?
I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, like Caps is the guy that I want to face the most for sure because I know he's the best by far. So I want to really test myself and learn from it as well. So I'm really looking forward for the game against G2. Of course, for me, like every game here is like super fun because it's like new people that I never played before. So facing all the mid laners that you listed before, like Perkz, Lars, and Nisqy, whatever, is like super fun because like I used to play only against ERL mid laners and I was only watching the LEC mids. So now I get to face them and test myself. So it's really nice. Like every game is different, every player is different. I can see their playstyles, how they play, how they think. So I can see my level as well and like test myself. So for me, it's just super fun to match all of them, and like I'm really looking forward to play them.
Now that you've been able to finally get your debut out of the way and finally get to play on the main stage, Do you feel like those nerves are completely over, or do you feel now relaxed with the fact that you can now like play as you usually do?
And to be honest, I wasn't that stressed in the stage. Of course, there is some kind of pressure always, but I think I put a lot of pressure on myself. So I feel like for me, every game is kind of similar, even though it was my debut. Like I kind of knew more or less how it's gonna feel like to play in the LEC stage, since we play finals in Montpellier in EMEA and we play a lot of offline tournaments before. It's like I know how I deal with the public and like more pressure or whatever. So I wasn't even that stressed these days. So I think it's gonna be similar for me like the next weeks. Like I think I did like fine in terms of feeling the pressure and everything. So I think it's gonna be similar next weeks.
And hopefully you're able to keep that momentum going for next week and also in the future. Fresskowy, thank you so much for taking the time with me, since I really appreciate it, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you so much.